Good morning, Spiritual Life Center. Welcome to the SLC Sunday Experience.
Good morning.
Good morning. We have Bejan with us today, Larry and Lori, Soul Light Connection.
Yes.
And looks like you're ready to sing, so let's do that.
Let's go.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I am meant to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I am meant to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I am meant to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I am meant to be. Oh, my soul is welcomed here. Oh, my soul is welcomed here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcomed here.
SLC, welcome home. You're home, baby. Let's go.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I am meant to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I am meant to be. Oh, my soul is welcomed here. Oh, my soul is welcomed here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcomed here. Oh, my soul is welcomed here.
Your soul is welcome right here.
is welcomed here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcomed here. Getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcomed here.
Your soul is welcomed right here at SLC. We love you. We are glad you came today. Our internet community, we know you're there. And welcome home. Welcome home. You're home. Hey, my soul. Your soul. Here we go.
Getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Your soul is welcomed here.
Good morning, SLC. And Patty, they're allowing us to do it again.
I know. I was going to say, it's us again.
Yes, again.
Oh, good morning, Rev Rick.
Good morning, Patty.
And we greet you in the name of all that is good, all that is sacred, and all that is holy in our warm and loving energy of Spiritual Life Center. Spiritual Life Center honors all people worshiping in temples, churches, mosques, and stone circles because we know that there is no spot that God is not. If this is your first time joining us, either online or in person, we especially welcome you because we know there is no one here by accident. We are all here by
Divine appointment.
And we really appreciate it when you silence your cell phones and any other electronic devices. And please, no flash photography during the service.
And today's daily word is determination. And boy, oh boy, when I think of determination, I think of our friends, the monks, with their march from Texas all the way up to the nation's capital. Speaking of determination, a group of us it's going to be a reverse march, as it were. A group of us on Friday, the 13th, February 13th, starting at 9:30, are going to gather outside of SLC, and then we're going to march, or walk. It's only going to be a mile to a Buddhist temple. And we are going to serenade and entertain the monks. So if you guys want to join us, we'd love to have you. As I say, the word is determination, and the affirmation is, my determination takes me far. In every person's life, there will be times of ease and there will be times of struggle. In the tougher times, it's natural to feel discouraged and tempted to give up on plans and dreams. When discouragement sets in, I remember I am fully human and fully divine, a spiritual being endowed with divine gifts. I fortify myself by invoking my innate qualities of strength and power. They give me the determination to keep going on, to continue the course. I can use my body and mind to accomplish what I set out to do. But I also know there is more to me than that. The attributes of God are mine to use. I believe in myself and move forward with determination. And from Paul's first letter to the Thessalonians, we read, "So deeply do we care for you that we are determined to share with you not only the gospel of God, but also our own selves, because you have become very dear to us." Today's daily word is determination. Dear Spirit, thank you for that spirit of determination inside of us. Help us to remember that we are so much more than our ego, and that there is so much more than just this material world. This relative realm is not the end-all and the be-all by any stretch of the imagination. And we link up with that divine power and that divine wisdom to carry on and do what is ours to do. Thank you for SLC, this incredible spiritual community on a metaphysical hill with a very powerful message, which is truly in these times meant for not just Sacramento, but for the world beyond. And for this and so much more, we say thank you and amen and amen. And we also say these words, which are our transformation statement and mission statement, because these are words which remind us what we're here to accomplish. And let's say them together. To transform lives, to make a positive difference in the world as we love, serve, and remember. And we're right in the middle of a series on Unity's 5 principles, and these principles a lot of times can help us get through and overcome the potholes in life. So let's say them together. God is absolute good, everywhere present. People are inherently good. Thoughts create our experiences. Prayer and meditation are how we connect with God, and we must take action. And we've stepped into the season of nonviolence. Remember, it started January 30th, the anniversary of the assassination of Mahatma Gandhi, runs through April 4th. Unfortunately, the memorial of remembrance of the assassination of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And this is dedicated to the beautiful principles which both men really shared and brought, as it were, beamed out into the world. And we do it here by each week where we read something. One of our members of our family comes up and reads something and then shares it. And today we have the honor of Josie Johnson doing. Here we go. And I had the honor a long time ago, as it were, when I saw this position was open, the first person I had the good fortune to be able to speak to about this was Josie, and I felt so blessed to have that happen. Thank you.
And we made a great decision from that. Thank you. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
It's always scary up here. Today, I make a personal practice of nonviolence. What I say and do expresses what is in my thoughts, not as I wish they were, but how they really are. This day, I commit to practice nonviolence in my thoughts, words, and actions. Throughout the day, I notice that I'm self-critical or that I judge others harshly. I notice that I abuse my body temple. I notice that no matter how I try, I still participate in abusing Mother Earth. The opportunity to make a personal practice of nonviolence shows up in my thoughts, actions, and words. However, I must first begin with my thoughts because they have the greatest impact on my words and actions, and my words and actions have the greatest impact on the world today. Today, I make a personal practice of nonviolence. I love this reminder. I never thought that being judgmental in my head was abusive and violent. I have been working on practicing non-judgment for some time now. My family was always aware of what other people thought of them, and they were judgmental also. But I'm striving not to be that way. I would never say out loud to someone, "Oh, you look terrible." I'd never wear that. But I'm thinking it in my thoughts, and when I catch myself thinking that, I stop and say, "Get behind me," and I send a silent blessing instead. This gives me peace of mind. What I think and my thoughts matter. And yes, I think you are all very beautiful. It was Mother Teresa who said, "If we have no peace, it is because we have forgotten that we belong to each other." Today, I make a personal practice of nonviolence. Thank you.
Okay.
Beautiful, Josie. Thank you. And this week, continuing at 5:30, our Oneness Prayer Circle with the chaplains are taking turns, which is very wonderful. They have their own unique style. So that's 5:30 this Wednesday for the Oneness Prayer Circle. It lasts for a half hour. And then at 6 o'clock, we have our meal. It's always a fun time with camaraderie and great soup and great friendship. So I'd love to see you Wednesday at 6 o'clock for the meal. And then following that, Rev Rick and Peg will be also in person for the 5 Unity Principles Forum, and that's from 7 until 8:15. It's just a wonderful time, a wonderful evening, so I hope you can make it for all 3.
And believe it or not, February 18th, just around the corner, is Ash Wednesday and the start of Lent. It's going to be an early Easter this year, but on February 18th at 7 p.m., join us for our Ash Wednesday Phoenix Rising ceremony to put a metaphysical twist really on these important events. I'll be leading it with Lisa Lawson, and the music. It's going to be wonderful music with Christy Mattal and Paula Mandala. It will be a wonderful service. So come on and join us on February 18th for that Ash Wednesday Phoenix Rising ceremony. Then on a movie night, it's going to be a Valentine's movie night on Friday the 13th at 7 p.m. The movie we're showing is Midnight in Paris, a really wonderful. He's a modern writer in Paris. He gets swept up into a magical automobile which takes him back to the 1920s. The next thing you know, he's with Cole Porter, Ernest Hemingway, F. Scott Fitzgerald. It's a wonderful, wonderful movie. So come join us. And YOU is going to, what's a movie without snacks? YOU is going to be providing the snacks. And all the money for this evening is going to be going to YOU. So come and join us February 13th, 7 p.m. for that movie night.
And the Community Action Team, also known as CAT, they're having a birthday celebration, and it's for the CAT coordinates with the Volunteers of America, and they have a birthday party for formerly homeless children now living in family transition housing. And the party is Thursday, February 26th from 5:30 to 7:30. And what we are doing, the CAT team is doing, is providing snacks, gifts, and your loving presence to help out at that event. And Sally will be in the courtyard today to sign up or ask questions, and she has flyers with the address and all that. So go see Sally in the courtyard after service today.
And Black History Month is coming, and it's going to be a wonderful celebration. Here's Paula to tell us more.
Yes. Good morning, everybody. I've been telling you about this for a few weeks. So today, well, first of all, on Sunday, the 22nd, we're going to have a beautiful Black History Month program with a guest speaker, Rev. Brenda Lambert, and along with Rev. Rick, and we will celebrate 4 outstanding luminaries in the movement who have brought forward conscious thinking into the world and awareness. And then we will have a soul food lunch afterwards, and that should be fantastic, I'm sure. And also, and we're having Authentic Voices, which is a group, they do a readers theater performance. And I'm going to read something that they sent to me, which is a statement of their intention and the impact. I thought it would be interesting for you to hear this, what their mission is. The intention of Authentic Voices is to realize Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s vision of the beloved community, which acknowledged that conflict and difference are inevitable aspects of human experience. He believed these differences are not weaknesses, but strengths, capable of peaceful reconciliation through a shared commitment to nonviolence, mutual respect, and shared humanity. In today's world, many individuals feel excluded or disillusioned by traditional church experiences and long for authentic connection. By showcasing diverse voices and fostering meaningful dialogue, Authentic Voices empowers spiritual communities to embody the values of inclusion and belonging, demonstrate a lived commitment to love and acceptance, and inspire deeper relationships that naturally support community vitality and growth. So please plan for the whole day. That the Authentic Voices performance runs from 12:30. That's the lunch at 1:30 to 2:30, and then there'll be a short little intermission, and then there will be a workshop that will follow that will expound on those ideas with your input and your stories. So please plan to be here. It'll be a very powerful afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you. And we have a board update from our acting board president, Daniel Thomas.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. As most of you know, Janae has decided to take a 6-month leave to focus on her healing and her health with a current health challenge. And I want to invite us all to collectively send her some love and light and know it's all God. This has had an impact on all of us, and I want to assure you that the board is strong and competent. She's not off the board, and she's available to support us if needed. This has given me an opportunity to step up and serve all of you, and I absolutely love greeting you guys out there at 11 o'clock. It's so much fun. I'm new to the board, but I've been a member of SLC for 24 plus years. And as a board of trustees, our main responsibility is the financial well-being of the church, to grow membership and to work closely with the minister and with the staff. And I want to remind myself and you all that you are my family of choice. The first thing I'd like to report on the executive board member team has a meeting with Rick on Tuesday to give him feedback from an evaluation survey the staff and the board completed this past week. Rick has been with us for 6 months, and this is a standard review that ministers receive to offer them support regarding the collective experiences of the people he works with directly. Similar to our strategic plan of the church, we'll be looking at the 4-quadrant analysis, what Rev Rick's strengths are, weaknesses, challenges, and opportunities working with a new church. There's been a lot of change here at SLC over a short period of time, and I believe it's all good and God working through us. Also, Rev Rick announced a reorganization of some staff members, which I'm very excited about. Personally, particularly the volunteer participation, since that's the way I was scooped up and why I'm standing here now. Our wonderful Elaine happily reported for our treasurer, Marcia, who was absent from our last meeting, that we ended up our year with a net gain of just over $13,000. So that's good news. Thank you. We also decided as a board to open our meetings to you. Well, not all of you at the same time, but 2 or 3 are invited to sign up and attend one of our board meetings on February 26th, June 25th, or October 22nd. The potential for community engagement and to attend a board meeting is a way of increasing our transparency. Some of you may have noticed some changes in the courtyard. The landscape committee, George Peckham and myself are experimenting with adding potted plants in place of the construction cones. More plants will be added as we move forward. We're in discussion about getting name tags for everybody, not this kind, but maybe back to the lanyards, so we can remember who we are and who everyone else is. Our governing membership, if you need support to update your 2026 governing membership status on the website, please ask for support at the front office. We need those numbers to keep increasing. This is a process that needs to be done every year. Our bylaws review is on hold until more information comes through from recent merger with the Two Unity organization. Many thanks to George and Sally for working on this. And I have a daily quote by Charles Fillmore that has totally changed my life. And I want to share it with you and encourage you to join me with me. It's on the screen. The inexhaustible resource of spirit is equal to every demand. There is no reality in lack. Abundance is here and now manifest. Thank you.
I got to tell you, we are so fortunate when, unfortunately, the health challenge Janae faced. We are so fortunate to have Daniel to be able to step up as our acting president. Thank you so much. Now, at United Way, we called this the gifts that keep on giving. We called it legacy giving. But it was so important, and it's something which if we could add this into SLC, it would be so important. Claudia, do you want to talk to us about this?
Sure. Good morning. Good morning. The ABC Abundance Building Committee has created an event called Empower Your Future from Cradle to Grave. We have a panel of speakers on estate planning with two attorneys, Gary Hirsch, and two financial planners and a financial coach. And three of the speakers are in our church. Gary Hirsch, Marilyn White, and Marcia McCrimmons. And Heather Steig will be moderating. Thank you, Heather. I'm the lead for this event with Linda Paoli and Carol Mercer assisting me. We invite you to come to this important event March 1st after the second service, and we will provide lunch for $5, but nobody will be turned away. And this will be a Zoomed event. Some of the topics will be, what is the advantage of having a trust? How much does a trust cost? For younger people, who will raise my children if something happens to me or my spouse? Why do I need a power of attorney, known as a POA? Wealth accumulation, college education, retirement, and estate planning. This will be great information for people of all ages because you can never start too early. And Marilyn says, there is no one-size-fits-all. Please bring your friends, family, and kids and neighbors to this event. And we want to fill this room to serve more people. We got a late start on this launching, so more information will be on our website soon with a flyer and pictures and bios of the speakers. And I want to thank Linda Paoli and Carol Mercer in the back for creating the ABC group to raise money for SLC. And they are our ever-ready bunnies. And do you know that we raised approximately $30,000 last year, including this auction and fund admission, and that was supported by the staff. We hope you will see you here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, dear. You know, there's an ongoing food drive. SNAP never really has snapped back in our state, and it is so important. So it's the red bucket out there. Bring dry goods, cans, etc. Also, the courtyard snacks. I mean, food fellowship and fun is important. So we ask, bring homemade purchase treats would be greatly appreciated to bring it to share after the services. And I also like to say that, you know, a lot of churches, there's an active Sunday, maybe something on Wednesday, but the rest of the time it's a dark house. That's not the case here. There is something going on here which can help you with your spiritual walk every day of the week, and a lot of times it's more than one something. One key thing is our prayer chaplains. There'll be prayer chaplains out in the courtyard to pray with you individually. You can come to the hub. You can come to our website. We have a ton of emails which do go out. If you are not getting them, please speak to me or with Patty. We'll make sure that you get on those lists. And, there's so many reasons we come here, but one of them is for connection. So let's share that connection with each other right now in ways which we think are appropriate.
Welcome back. Please, ladies and gentlemen, join us. And it's all good because it's all God. Yes, it's all God. Join us now. All good, holy, holy. All good, holy, holy. All in my mind, in my heart, in my soul. Let me know all is good, holy, holy. It's all love. All love, holy, holy. All love, holy, holy. All in my mind, in my heart, in my soul. Lets me know all is good, holy, holy. All one, holy, holy. All one, holy, holy. In my mind, in my heart, in my soul. Lets me know all is good, holy, holy. All God, holy, holy. All God, holy, holy. All in my mind, in my heart, in my soul. Lets me know all is good, holy, holy. It's all good, holy, holy. It's all good, holy, holy. It's all in my mind, and in my heart, in my soul. Lets me know all is good, holy, holy. All in my mind, in my heart, in my soul. Lets me know all is good, holy, holy.
Please be seated. As we take a nice deep breath together, and we prepare for meditation by first speaking together our vision statement. Spiritual Life Center is a loving, vibrant family that welcomes home all people and accepts everyone, no exceptions, weaving ancient spiritual traditions with emerging wisdom. We cultivate a spiritual deepening with the divine, each other, and our planet. Now let's sing this beautiful chant by Richard Burdick. As I think, so shall it be. As I think.
As I think, so shall it be. As I know, so shall I see. As I feel, so let it be. God does great work through me. As I know the truth within, that I know, so shall I find. I know the truth within my heart, and all I know, God's grace imparts. Thank you, Father. Thank you, God. Thank you, Mother. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, God. Thank you, Father, Mother, God.
As I think, so shall it be. Allow these words to gently slip into your heart and heart space, from the ears to the heart. As I think, so shall it be. I invite you to get comfortable. Close your eyes if you choose, and breathe in peace. And breathe out anything unlike peace. With every breath, relax. In and out. Breathing deeper and slower. Letting go of all the mind chatter. Breathing in, aware of the in-breath. Breathing out, aware of the out-breath. Breathing peace. I invite you to bring your attention down to your feet. Begin observing any sensations. You might want to wiggle your toes a little. Maybe feeling your toes against your socks or your shoes. Just notice, without judgment. You also might imagine sending your breath down to your feet, as if the breath is traveling through your nose, into the lungs, through the abdomen, all the way down to your feet, and then back up again, through the abdomen, the lungs, and out through the nose. Peace in, peace out. Your entire body at peace. Once again, return your attention to your feet. Imagine yourself on a peace walk, one step at a time, perhaps even walking alongside the Buddhist monks on their peace walk. Set the intention that with each step, you are bringing calm into loud spaces. Breathe in, breathe out. There may be moments of discomfort when there are hazards on the road, snow, broken glass, even people yelling their fear at you. You are not deterred. You keep walking. You forgive them. This is your medicine walk. You are the medicine. One quiet step at a time, bringing calm into loud places in the silence. Turn. Remain in that peaceful, calm space you have created for yourself and for others. In Buddhism, peace is not demanded from the world. It is lived through the body. Each step is intentional. Each breath is steady. Each mile is a reminder, reminding the world that peace is not just an idea. It is a discipline, a daily choice. If peace needs permission, it is not peace. If compassion needs a trophy, we miss the point. One breath, one step, no permission needed, one quiet step at a time. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be at peace. So it is.
Our thoughts are prayers, and we are always praying. Our thoughts are prayers. Be careful what we're saying. Seek a higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness, and know that God is always there. And every thought becomes a prayer. My words are prayer.
always praying. My words are prayers. I'm careful what I'm saying. Seek a higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness, and know that God is always there. And every thought becomes a prayer. My life's a prayer, and I am always praying. My life's a prayer. I'm careful what I'm saying. I choose a higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness, and know that God is always there. And every thought becomes a prayer. My life is a prayer, and I am careful what I'm saying. My life's a prayer. I'm careful what I'm saying. I choose a higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness, and I know that God is always there. I know that God is always there, and every thought becomes my prayer. My life is a prayer. My life is a prayer.
Thank you, music team. Wow. And thank you, Paul, for just a wonderful meditation. Well, we're almost smack dab in the middle of our series on Unity's 5 principles. Let's just quickly remind ourselves where we've been. And I love it nowadays that you can go back to YouTube and, if you missed it or if you wanted to see something again, there it is. The first time we met on this, I talked about how did we get these 5 principles? Where did they come from? And I think it was a very interesting story with some really important spiritual lessons for us. But then the next week we moved to the first unity principle, which is that God is absolute good, everywhere present. Einstein said that he felt it was the essential question. Do you believe that we're in a harsh universe, you pay your taxes and then you die? Or do you believe, that it's a loving and supportive universe? And Einstein said, very much he believed the latter. The next week we moved into Unity's second principle. There is a divine spark inside of all of us, and that is who we essentially are. That the same divine spark or secret sauce that was inside of Jesus and Buddha, Lao Tzu, etc., is inside of you and you and you and you and you and also inside of me. And that's who we are. And our essential nature is good. Now, today we come to Unity's third principle. And Ellen Davenport, in her wonderful book on the 5 principles, she states it as human beings create their experiences by the activity of their thinking. Everything in the manifest realm has its beginning in thought. I love it's a New Thought bumper sticker, but I think there's a lot of truth to it. Essentially, the third principle, change your thinking and you change your life. And so much flows from this. For example, the law of attraction. The law of attraction flows from this. And, it's interesting. You go back, it was something that great Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung wrote. He said, when I was writing about these spiritual principles, I couldn't shout it from the rooftops. I had to, he was probably scared, in those days his medical license would be taken from him if he shouted this stuff. But nowadays, you guys are going to be going home, and me too, watching the Super Bowl. I swear to you, probably every wide receiver you see on that field has gone through extensive coaching sessions with mindfulness trainers saying that you picture, you get in the flow, you picture the ball coming in, you wrap your hands around it, then you think about running, for the goal. Or after that, after the game, if you stick around and are watching the Winter Olympics, believe me, those ice skaters have had hours and hours of coaching, of seeing it, when you're doing the triple Lutz, see it in your mind and see yourself landing gently and smoothly on the ice. So the law of attraction comes out of this. So does the law of mind action. Remember, a thought in mind produces after its kind. Job, in the book of Job, says, the very things that I feared have come upon me. The very things I feared have come upon me. Emmett Fox has a wonderful story about this, and it's about Napoleon Bonaparte, believe it or not. Bonaparte had this great fear of people with large noses. Jimmy Durante type of noses. He had this great fear. It's rational, but he had it. And remember, what was, as it were, Napoleon Bonaparte's Waterloo? It was Waterloo, like who's buried in Grant's tomb, But who led the British troops at Waterloo? The Duke of Wellington. Well, Emmett Fox says, go look at a picture of the Duke of Wellington. And I did, and I was at the British Museum. There's a picture of the Duke of Wellington. He had a schnozola larger than Jimmy Durante's. The very thing that I feared, has come upon me. Buddha put it so well, he says, all that we are is a result of what we have thought. And as it says in the book of Proverbs, as a man thinketh, so is he. Now, I came into Unity. I was raised in a family of wall-to-wall negative thinkers. And I really wanted this, and let me tell you a little bit about that. And again, I'm not trying to put myself up as the poster child, but sometimes I think, my God, if I could get this on the third principle, anybody can get this. So my family, and not unusual from a lot of other families I've been, my grandfather came over here from the old country with nothing, no money or nothing. Just an idea, entrepreneurial drive, et cetera, et cetera. He got his pharmacy license. He was able very quickly to be able to own 4 or 5 very nice drugstores in Manhattan, in New York City. And remember, in those days, drugstores were more than just pharmacies. It was also the soda fountain and et cetera, et cetera. he was and then again, this was before CVS and Walgreens and all that. He was able to be a drug distributor to a lot of other drugstores. My middle son, when he was a little kid, he looked at me and he said, "Dad, you mean my great-grandfather was a drug dealer?" I said, "Not a drug dealer, a drug distributor." Hey. But the story I love the best, a true story. So my grandfather became good friends with a young man. Roughly, they were the same age. And this guy was from a family that owned a small, middling, candy company or whatever, privately owned. And he comes into my grandfather and he says, "Al," my grandfather's name, says, "Al, I think we have it. We have a candy bar, which we think is really going to put us over the top. But we're going to need capital. We don't want to go public because we'll lose control of the company and we won't be able to do what we want to do. But there are a few folks like you we consider, like family, and we'd love to have you invest in this." Well, my grandfather says, "Do you have samples of this Wonder Candy bar?" "Oh, yeah, here it is." Gives it to my grandfather. My grandfather says, "I'll get back to you. I'll get back to you on this." He goes home. He gives the candy bars to my mother, then a little girl, gives it to my mother and my Aunt Mildred. And they eat it. And the next morning, my grandfather says, "So what'd you think?" They look and they say, "Yuck, yuck, double yuck." So my grandfather goes in and says to his good friend, said, "I wish you all the best, but I think I'm going to take a pass on this one." Well, what my mother and my Aunt Mildred said yuck to turned out to be Snickers. Now, the other story, which I would like to tell you, and I hope I get some respect from you folks after I tell this story. A good friend of my grandfather comes in, says, "Al, I have an idea that's going to make us zillionaires." And my grandfather says, "Well, what's that?" He says, "Chocolate-flavored X-Lax." My grandfather just cracked up. Thank you. And, if the fickle finger of fate had moved just a little differently, your minister, respect please, your minister could have been the grandson of the chocolate X-Lax king of the United States. So they're doing, he's an immigrant a few years ago. He's doing very nicely. They own a condominium on the Upper West Side, on Riverside Drive, overlooking the Hudson River, very fashionable section in those days. So I can hear some of you saying, "So what's the what's the difficulty here?" They're on Easy Street. Along comes something called the Great Depression. And my grandfather lost practically everything. He was reduced to selling catnip, to where he used to go and be the distributor. He's now begging them to buy catnip from him. By the time I came into the picture, he had formed another company, was doing well, never at the level before the Great Depression, but this experience had such a profound impact, the rug, as it were, being ripped out from under you. On top of that, as I mentioned before, I was adopted when I was 6 months old into a Jewish family. We lost members of our family during the Holocaust. We were able to get a few out, but we lost members. So in other words, my family went through several big, and I'm sure your families went through similar things, but several big shocks, and my family did not have the spiritual shock absorbers, as it were, to really weather these storms. And it made such a lasting impact to the point I came around way after the Holocaust, way after the Great Depression, but quite frankly, I feel like I had lived through both of them. And so I came into Unity. I could truly sense how my negative thinking was not doing me any good whatsoever, and I wanted to get rid of it. And I saw the power of this third principle. But to get rid of that negative thinking was so incredibly difficult. Eric Butterworth, that great Unity teacher, said, a lot of times when he met people who claimed not to have faith, he said, "Bunko, 9 out of 10 times they have faith, but it's faith in the negative." And that was my that was my family. And, I would think I was making progress, came into the Unity in the mid-1980s. I think I'm making progress, but then I'd hit a bump in the road, and what would go through my mind is this Unity stuff, this New Thought stuff is just a bunch of happy babble, and right back down into negative, right back down into negative thinking. Well, how did it change? And I wish I could tell you, you put your right hand in, you put your right hand out, you shake it, you do the hokey pokey, and then wow, you're now Mr. Positive or Miss Positive Thinker. I don't think it works that way. But, there's an old saying, if you want self-esteem, do esteemable things. Keep doing the next right thing. Keep your eye on the prize, and you'd be surprised how things change. I see it very much how I learned how to ride a bicycle. So there were training wheels on my bicycle. One day my father said, we're taking the training wheels off. And he said, come on, get on, I'll hold you. I'll steady you, I'll hold you. And we're riding down, and I say something, he says something. I say something, he says something. I say something, he says nothing. I say something, he says nothing. I turned around and found out that the last block and a half I'd been riding the bicycle. Of course, I fell over, but I mean, but I sensed that, that I wrote it. And something changed. Something truly, honestly changed. Again, getting back to Carl Jung and about shadows, shadow work and all. A lot of times we think of it as sort of the shadow is all the garbage and ghoulies and ghosties that we've shoved under the carpet. But you know what? Jung also pointed out, it's not just the ghoulies and ghosties. It's the gold that's inside of us. Many of us have shoveled that also under the rug. I know this quote is quite common, but sometimes common quotes bear repeating. And this is one by Marianne Williams, which I think is so true. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. We are born to make manifest the glory of God. That is within us. Ernest Holmes, that great teacher, said, even God can give you nothing until you make up your mind about what you expect. I started to really honestly sense that change. I sensed that change inside of me, that where it used to be, negative thinking really started to change. And I could see that law of attraction working and the law of mind action. I mean, it can bring the very things I feared have come upon me. But it can also bring the very things which I really longed for and felt, felt were possible have come to me. And then I read a statement by Charles Fillmore. Charles Fillmore said, faith is the perceiving power of the mind, coupled with the power to shape substance. Let me repeat that. Faith is the perceiving power of the mind, coupled with the power to shape substance. Woo. Sounds a little woo-woo, Charles. You mean my thoughts can shape substance? Really? Really? And then I had the following experience, which proves to me beyond a shadow of a doubt that this is true, that our thoughts do have that creative power to shape substance. So it's August 2001. I am now the chief economist at the United Way movement. I get called up to the president's office. He says, Dr. Belous, come on. Oh my God, every time he calls me Dr. Belous, I'm in trouble. What did I do now? He says, come on, doctor. Sit down. He said, I'm just teasing you. You're not in trouble today. He says, I'm supposed to go speak at this conference in Western Kentucky. And it's going to be movers and shakers from business, labor, government. And I just can't do it. It's going to be, and you'll do a great job. It's that you just give that paper which you gave to me last month, essentially about what United Way is doing, the challenges facing philanthropy, and what you think are the 3 or 4 most positive things philanthropy can do, et cetera, et cetera. And he says, oh yeah, this conference, it's being held, it starts, September 10th, 2001. It runs through September 12th, 2001. So out I go. He says, by the way, you've been doing a lot of work with United Way in Louisville. Yes, sir. They'll drive you and don't you just go. And so I went out. First of all, the conference where it was held, I mean, this place looked like it was gone with the wind, with the circular staircase and everything else like that. I gave the talk on September 10th. It went over very well. Big dinner. The head of the conference said, thank you so much. By the way, tomorrow, if you want to sleep in a bit, sleep in. I mean, you can, if you wanted to just do that. So the A-type that I am, I did sleep in. I think I got up at 7. And so I'm going downstairs, and somebody comes, down the staircase, and a person came over to me and said, Rick, you said you were from New York. I said, yeah, you should look at the television. And I went and looked at the television, and they're showing videos of the 2 planes going into the World Trade Center. I'm looking at the television live, and the 2 columns, one falls, then the next one totally falls. And then they said the Pentagon also got slammed. Oh my God. My wife, Debbie, was a civilian worker with the Defense Department. I go out, I call, thank God the call goes through. No, Rick, I'm perfectly fine. It wasn't our end. And she tells me which end got slammed. And we know people who worked there. No, we have no reports about how the people there are. But she's okay. So I make a next call. I call back to United Way. I get the receptionist I'm good friends with. She says, Rick, I got to pass you on to the boss. So I'm up with the phone call with the president, and he says, Dr. Belous, where are you? And this time you are in trouble. Where the hell are you? I said, I'm in Western Kentucky where you sent me. Oh, yeah. Get back here immediately. We are getting companies which have never dealt with us donating zillions. We need you here. We need you here now. Just get back here as quickly as you can. We're also going to be doing this telethon. So, quickly, get back here. And so I go, you can't fly. All the planes have been grounded. So I go to try to rent a car. For some, you can't rent a car. There's no car to rent. Well, I'm here with movers and shakers. They can shake a car free, obviously. I go to, and then these are senior executives with Fortune 50s. And could please, yeah, we'll get you. Don't worry. It's an hour later, and they all come back to me and said, this never has happened to us before. We can't get your car. I go up to my room, and I start praying. And dear Spirit, I know so much has gone on today, but I feel it's important and I feel that you want me back in Washington. We were getting literally companies that had never dealt with us, and we, a typical call, we're willing to donate $20 million, And the fear which we had very much, because there have been scandals at United Way, this situation, if not a proper data system was created, this is just setting it up for somebody's hands, sticky fingers to be in the cookie jar when and could you imagine that on September 11th, big scandal, and then also the telethon, Robin Williams, Tom Hanks, Tom Petty, and the Heart Bruce Springsteen. I asked, because I couldn't remember, I asked my artificial intelligence program, was Taylor Swift in the United Way telethon? And it came back and said, kiddo, she was only 11 years old at the time. This was the first time an artificial intelligence ever came back and said to me, kiddo, So Spirit, I believe that you do want me back in Washington. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I have faith. I have faith, and I let go and let God. Also, what came to me, because I believe it is so important in our prayers, so important, this or something better. This or something better. And I thought, maybe it's something better. We've looked, they've never let us demonstrate that this technology operates. You don't have to be in the same room. You don't have, we could have a research team around the world. And maybe this is the opportunity with me stuck in Kentucky to finally demonstrate to them that this is, I don't know. But I have faith. I have faith that all is in divine order. Faith is the power of mind coupled with the power to shape substance. I finished that prayer. I got out. I went down the winding staircase, came to the bottom of the staircase. A woman came over to me. I had had maybe 3 minutes of conversation. We knew each other from Adam almost. She was the president of a small United Way in Kentucky. She came up to me and she said, God had told me you're to be in Washington and that I'm supposed to have a major role in getting you to Washington. Here are the keys to my car. But how are you going to get home? She looked at me and says, what God calls, God equips. Here's my car. Park it in the United Way parking lot in Washington. I'll be there in a few months. And I was able to drive back. That sense of the power of prayer to shape substance. The power of prayer to shape substance. I have been so touched and can't get out of my mind the celebration of life service for Phil. Phil and Dorothy. I mean, and you want to talk about these third principles. I never met Dorothy, but I've known a lot of people who did. And if anybody had the power to shape substance through prayer, it was Dorothy. So, they're rebuilding the building and the church. And she looks and says, I'd like a skylight in the sanctuary. And they said, well, it's not in the architectural plans. It's going to cost. Well, I'd like a skylight. Well, you'd like a lot of things. The central part of the ceiling as they were doing the construction caved in. Dorothy got her skylight. And several of you have told me about that. The other thing which really, about Phil Pearson, that really so struck home, his daughter, Elizabeth, she's facing a health challenge, but somebody read what she had written. And she wrote and said, she was so concerned. Being a minister is not, you don't make a king's ransom out of being a minister, even, Phil Pearson. And she was so concerned that about her husband, about her father at end of life, is he going, is the money there? Is he going to get adequate facilities, adequate medical training and or conditioning for the last days of his life and all that? And she visited where he was, and she said, I don't know why I ever worried or whatever like this. It was a beautiful facility with plate glass windows looking around almost all of Reno. If you look down, there was a beautiful rose garden. And she said, he got incredible care. I should have known my father, even as he was going, would be pulling this kind of treatment. Now, I could hear some of you saying, well, yeah, that works for Phil Pearson. He was a spiritual giant. But I think that misses one of his essential points. It's not that this is just for some grand shamokas or something like that. That this power of the third principle operates truly for all. That we, as going back to that second principle, have the same secret sauce inside of us that was inside of Jesus, inside of Buddha, etc., etc. And that song, which was just sung, that old unity song is so true. Our thoughts are prayers, and we are always praying. Our thoughts are prayers. Take charge of what you're saying. Seek a higher consciousness, a state of peaceful rest. and know that God is always there, then every thought becomes a prayer. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you, Rick. That was wonderful. I appreciate that. Next week, I'm thrilled to announce Lisa Lawson will be on the platform. She'll be speaking about Unity Principles number 4, Connecting Through Prayer. So look forward to seeing her there and all of you. And we love, love, love to welcome our newcomers. If you're watching us online, you can go to slcworld.org. You can click on the Connect button and fill out the card. This will let us know that you are watching us and can also keep you up to what's happening at SLC. And if you are here in person, in a moment, we're going to ask you to raise your hand, and we would love to give you a welcome card to fill out and take it to the welcome table in the courtyard to receive a warm welcome and a very special gift. So, if you're here for the first time, would you please raise your hand for us? I don't think I see anybody. The lights are kind of funky, though. So, okay. Well, welcome, old-timers, I guess. Now is the time in the service for us to take up our love offering. You have an opportunity to help support Spiritual Life Center. You can text SLC Love to 44321 or go to our website and click the donate button. You can also mail in your love offering, and if you're online and you want to spread this consciousness, whatever platform you're on, you could click like, comment, share, or subscribe. Now, let's say together our offertory blessing, please. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. Thank you, God.
Well, we have a fun little cheeky nod to the Super Bowl. How many people are going home to watch the Super Bowl? Okay. Well, this song is for you.
Sunday morning in my neighborhood, the ladies in their hats on the chapel steps, they're looking good. They wave hello, and that's the way they worship. What they love and how they worship. You know they take some extra time to be sure they're looking fine, 'cause they got some place to go on Sunday.
Some place to go on Sunday.
Some place to go on Sunday morning. Sunday afternoon, the gentlemen's really for the game. Now the ladies may look down on them, but ain't it all the same? It's how they worship, what they love and how they worship. And if they want to have a ball, there ain't nothing wrong, 'cause that's the way they, someplace to go on Sunday.
Some place to go on Sunday.
Someplace to go on Sunday morning. Everybody's worshiping their own kind of God in what they do and what they love and what they talk about. Everybody's putting a little something in the hat. The wise one with their crystals and their bells and the meditation pillows and their semi-legal smells. But that's the way they worship, or what they love and how they worship. Now you don't say that it's a sin to go traveling within, 'cause that's just the way they go on Sunday. Someplace to go on Sunday. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody's got to live their own kind of Sunday. Maybe Tuesday, maybe Friday, maybe now. Everybody's following in somebody's footsteps. The wise one knows. You've got to go someplace to go on Sunday.
Someplace to go on Sunday.
Someplace to go on Sunday. Someplace to go on Sunday. Someplace to go on Sunday. Someplace to go on Sunday.
I feel really grateful we have a place to go every Sunday. Dear Spirit, thank you for the prayers in our prayer box and the prayers on people's hearts. Help them to know that healing power, that power of overcoming, is there for them and surrounding them. Thank you for all the investments that are made in this ministry of time, treasure, and talent. Thank you for our many, many blessings. And for this and so much more, we say thank you and amen and amen. And we're going to say that wonderful prayer for protection, then sing the peace song. There'll be a wonderful postlude of music here, but join us out in the courtyard for fellowship right after the service. And so let's say that prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, I am, and all is well. And now the peace song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God